Hey guys, it's Rebecca. I wanted to come and give you an update, and now that I have my desk set up, I can do that. So don't mind the mess you see behind me. I moved, and the person that I moved in with has a basement full of stuff, and that's where my office got put, so there's a lot of clutter, but we're working on fixing that up. So hopefully as the videos go on you won't see quite as much clutter around me, but for right now you're gonna see the clutter in the background. So I wanted to do this video because A, I haven't posted in a while, and B, because there's lots of exciting news to share with you from the gastric bypass standpoint. So I will give you the basic rundowns. I can't remember how many weeks I am. I kind of lost count in the craziness that has been my life since January. And if you go back and watch my other videos, you'll understand why it's been a little bit crazy. So I am 8 months post-op from bariatric surgery from the RNY. I had my surgery in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I had two surgeons who were absolutely fantastic. And my starting weight was 384 pounds. And so that was, my highest weight was recorded October 3rd, 2017. So I did 3 weeks of OptiFast shakes. Between October 3rd and October 24th, I had my surgery on October 24th. So October 24th to, I guess we're just a couple days over 8 months, to June 24th, that's my 8 month. So I've hit a few different milestones in the last few months, which I'm super proud about. One of them is that I hit some clothing goal sizes that I honestly didn't think that I would hit. As a woman with PCOS, I didn't even have a lot of hope that this surgery was going to help fix or correct that issue, because I would try dieting, I would try exercising and dieting. I did everything that I could think of, and I couldn't lose weight. The most I would lose is maybe 40 pounds, and then I'd gain it all back. I had one period in my life where I lost 80 pounds, but I was living in a really controlled environment where our food was given to us. We exercised every single day, and I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's because it wasn't as stressful in that situation, compounded with everything else. I don't know, but it quickly gained all of that back as soon as I left that environment. Within less than a year, I had gained 60 pounds back, and part of that, yes, was some of the medications that I was on. If any of you take psych medications, you might understand what I'm talking about. One of the meds that I had been put on before, and now I'm back on, is Seroquel, and Seroquel is notorious for causing weight gain, and I was really, really leery about going on it this time, but I'm at such a low dose, it's actually not affecting my, it's not causing me to gain weight. I feel like it's maybe slowing down a little bit the process of losing weight, but at the same time, being 8 months in, I'm getting really close to that 1 year. It's also not surprising that my weight loss would slow down. So one of the things that I found really exciting is, because I wasn't really expecting to hit any major goals, I thought, this will be nice, but it's not going to work for me, but I'm going to try it anyways because I have no other options. I have no other hope. So I went ahead with the surgery, and so far it's been absolutely fantastic. I have no regrets on doing it. I haven't had any major complications. The only thing that's sort of gotten messed up is my back has some issues. They think it's from the rapid weight loss. So we'll see how that plays out. I'm going to be going to physio. So we'll see if they can help me fix that, and if that sort of resolves itself as my weight loss slows down even more. So my first big accomplishment was when I lost 100 pounds. My second big goal was to be able to shop in just about any store. So that started to happen in about February, March-ish. I started being able to like buy size 18s. I was being able to buy some extra large closes. Wow. Closes, that's a new word. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. That could be why I can't speak English right now. I was able to buy some extra large size clothing. So I was really excited about that. I'm now in a size like 14, 16. So the sizing hasn't jumped down too much from like February, March, but my body shape has changed a lot. Like one of the things that I've noticed is, if I could show you guys pictures of my arms from before, I had a lot of like extra fat here, and now I don't. I do have a lot of hang here, which is kind of annoying, although I joke about it all the time, but like my arms are starting to look normal up here. I can now feel like I was feeling my neck one day, like just, you know how sometimes you like rub your neck or your chest, and I was like, oh, like I can feel the bones there. It's like, have those always been there? You know, I can actually feel those bones. Or I took a picture one day and my mom goes, hey, I can actually see you have a chin, because there's not so much kind of roundness to my face, and that I still have, you know, the extra skin here, but it's not so pushed up around my chin that, you know, I'm kind of more like this as opposed to a little bit more facial structure. My cheekbones are more, I find them more like pronounced. So those things are exciting to me. You know, the fact that I feel like my eyes are a little bit wider because they're not being squished. So, and then on top of that, like now some of my extra large clothing is actually getting too big. And so my goal size is a size 10, and I feel like by my 1 year, I'll probably be at my goal like size. If I get lower than that, that would be totally amazing, and I'd be totally okay with that. But my goal was to be about a size 10, 12, because then I felt like, you know, it doesn't matter what store I go into, I should be able to find something, you know, hopefully I'd be feeling confident in my body. So we'll see where that leads. Yeah. It's interesting because I have to get a lot more clothing. I've given away bags and suitcases full, like packed full of clothing. Luckily, most of it was given to me, so I actually haven't had to spend really any money, or not a lot of money. I've probably spent less than like $300 on clothes for me, and the stuff that I've bought is like stuff I absolutely fell in love with, so I was like, okay, I have to buy this. And I say $300 because I'm including like taxes and everything else. And then this week I hit my second large milestone, which was losing 150 pounds. So I'm actually officially down 151 pounds. So my current weight is 233 pounds. So for me, that's really exciting because, you know, I didn't ever think I'd get to 384 pounds. But I haven't been probably in the 230s since I was in university. So we're talking like 14, 15 years ago, which, by the way, is really, really weird to say, because while I'm 34, I still think that I'm like closer to 20 until I go out, and then I realize that no, I'm definitely 34 when I start hanging out with the 20-year-olds and realize, yeah, I'm not 20 anymore. But in my head, I'm like, no, I'm not that old. Like, didn't I just graduate high school? And I don't know if you guys get pop-ups on your Facebook of like the little, on this day, like so many years ago. And a friend had tagged me a few years ago and said, oh, I can't believe that it was 14 years ago that we graduated. And then this year it came up that had happened 2 years ago. And I was like, so I tagged her back and I said, oh my gosh, can you believe it's been 16 years since we graduated high school? And then I had a moment where I was like, it's been 16 years since I graduated high school. So I'm feeling a little bit older than I thought I was. And the gray hair is definitely like giving it away. Although I always say that's worse because of the seizures that I have. And I'm really sorry for the background noise. I think that's the fan down here. Anyways, it's driving me crazy, but hopefully it doesn't drive you guys crazy. So yeah, so those are my big like accomplishments to me. I'm able to do a lot more stuff. I'm way more flexible. Like I can touch my toes now, and I couldn't do that before. or like I would try, but it was really uncomfortable. But I can actually like touch my toes, and one of the things that I've always wanted to be able to do is like bend forward and like wrap my legs around the back of my calves to stretch out my back, and I can do that now. I can walk more. I'm able to have more energy throughout the day and get more stuff done. So I'm going up and down stairs all day, doing laundry, cleaning the house, just doing stuff. So I'm super excited about that. And I'm learning to celebrate like the small victories, the small non-scale victories that I couldn't do before, like being able to tie my shoes, or finding shoes that fit. My feet would swell so badly, it didn't matter what time of year, that I couldn't wear heels, or I couldn't wear certain sandals or flip-flops because they'd be too tight on my feet. I couldn't wear certain types of running shoes because they'd be too tight. And now I'm finding and I would have to buy wide shoes all the time just to accommodate that swelling. And now I'm finding that all of these runners that I paid good money for aren't comfortable because my feet haven't been swelling the same way. So everything's fitting differently. So that's kind of exciting for me. There's been lots of bumps in the road between my marriage falling apart, starting a new relationship, being in a shelter. Just there's so many things that have gone on. So my mental health has taken a nosedive a little bit. So I've had to reach out to my old psychiatrist again. I've had to go back on medication, and I've done a lot of research, and the statistics for people post-bariatric surgery having mental health issues is more surprising than I thought. And when you read the medical journals, all of the doctors agree that there's not enough mental health follow-up post-bariatric surgery. And I think that would be so important because your body's changing so rapidly that it's hard for your brain to keep up. There's hormones changing all of the time. I went from I could go 2 or 3 years without having a period, and then all of a sudden I would have one, or I'd have to induce one medically so that I didn't wind up getting sick or having something more severe happen, to pretty much every month I can count on my period starting. And so that brings with it a whole bunch of hormones and changes, and so there's always changes in your body. And even for the guys out there, there's still hormone changes that happen. Less estrogen in your system, more progesterone in your system, things like blood sugars balancing out. It can all cause a lot of changes, and keeping up with your mental health is so important. So I would encourage anybody who's looking at doing this surgery, or who's just had this surgery, or maybe even you're post-op and you're kind of wondering why you're going through such a hard time, reach out to a counselor, reach out to somebody, and definitely talk through those things, because there may be talk therapy that they can do. You may need some medication just to balance you out while you adjust. There's lots of different things. So anyways, guys, I'm going to cut this short because I need to go to bed. Because there's a 6-year-old that's going to wake me up first thing in the morning. And I need to sleep because she gets up early. So that's my update for you guys. I hope you're all doing well. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. I will respond to you. If you have questions, I would love to do a Q&A, a live Q&A video with you guys where you can ask questions. We'll try to answer them. If I don't know the answers, I will see what I can do to get those answers for you. All right. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.